The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Senator Bato de la Rosa made a last-minute surprise filing last week, gunning for the country's top post. To tell us more about this, we now have Mean Los Baños. She's joining us live from Pasig to give us more details. So good afternoon, Mean. First off, how did PDP Laban come up with this move to field Senator Bato?
Hi Charles, good afternoon. We actually talked to the Secretary General of the PDP Laban Kusi faction, Attorney Melvin Matibag, and he said that Senator Bato de la Rosa has always been in their list of possible presidential candidates. But at the end of the day, they consider the winnability, and they are confident that Senator Bato de la Rosa can win this race since he's already known as a senator, and they have a strong machinery as the ruling party. And of course, they also considered his willingness to continue the legacy of President Duterte and the programs of fighting illegal drugs, criminality, and the Build, Build, Build program. Those things, they said Senator Bato de la Rosa has. And so, just to give you a glimpse of what we were able to get from Senator Bato de la Rosa in this morning's interview, he revealed to us, the Senate media, that it was Secretary Kusi who called him at 3 o'clock in the afternoon last Friday. Charles, that's like, what, 2 hours before the deadline of the COC filing. And Secretary Kusi told him to file his COC, and Senator Bato de la Rosa asked why. And Secretary Kusi apparently said that they could no longer find anyone to continue the programs of President Duterte, and so they chose Senator Bato de la Rosa. And being a foot soldier and a team player, he said he just went to Sofitel and filed the COC. I actually asked Senator Bato de la Rosa if he even asked his family about it. Senator de la Rosa said his family was dumbfounded and confused, and he could no longer wait for his family's decision, and so just he went on to file a COC to Sofitel last Friday, Charles.
So, Mean, it is clear that this was a last-minute decision on the part of the senator. So now there's speculation, of course, that he's just a placeholder for Mayor Sara Duterte. What did he have to say about this?
Well, we asked Senator Bato de la Rosa a couple of times. A lot of us asked him about this repeatedly. He said there was no one from the party who said that he is just a temporary candidate. But Charles, just to be clear, it is Senator Bato de la Rosa who is willing to give way should Mayor Sara Duterte finally decides to run or finally decides to join the presidential race. So he said if Mayor Sara is willing to run, then he will give way and allow her to run and be the standard bearer of the PDP Laban. And he said that he is also in communication with Mayor Sara Duterte. He was actually texting her 4 days before the filing of the COC, so I guess that was like last Tuesday. And he wouldn't reveal to us the details of the conversation, but Senator Bato said he was among those people who was encouraging Mayor Sara to run. But Mayor Sara just thanked him for the support. And again, like what I said, Charles, Senator Bato de la Rosa wouldn't reveal to us the other details of their conversation. Charles?
Right. Assuming for the sake of argument, at least for now, Mean, that Mayor Sara stands by her decision not to run for president, is it likely that Senator Bato will actually push through with running for president himself?
Yes. He said he is ready. Charles, he said he is, again, as a team player, he abides by the decision of the party. He is a fighter. He said he knows that his opponents are strong, but he is willing to give them a good fight. And he said he's confident that he actually told us that he is more confident in being part of the executive than the legislature. He said he is more comfortable he's more comfortable to become a president than a senator because he has been a PNP chief. So he said he has no problem with that. He has no problems with that. But in terms of, I asked him about, what about mudslinging? What about the campaign? Mudslinging is part of the campaign. He said he's just a human, and for sure, he said he will still be hurt, especially if it will involve his family, but he is willing to face this all. And again, like what I said, he is willing to give his opponents a good fight. Charles.
Given his performance at the last senatorial elections, it does appear like he will be able to put up a great fight. But then campaigning is different now with the onset of this global pandemic. When it comes to funding, how do you think Senator Bato will push through with this presidential bid on that front?
Yes. Well, actually, the reporters also asked him about that, and he said that he is dependent to his party in terms of funding since he has no money to actually shell out in terms of a national campaign as big as a presidential campaign. So he will really be depending on PDP Laban. Anyway, Charles, PDP Laban is the ruling party, and like what Sec Jen Matibag said, they have a strong machinery to support Senator Bato de la Rosa, and Senator Bato is confident that his party will support him all the way and all throughout the campaign, Charles.
And we'll be checking in on whether there are any more surprises on this front. Thank you. Mean Los Baños reporting live from Pasig. President Duterte's close-in security insists that he was not exposed to his daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio, who recently contracted COVID-19. Presidential Security Group Commander Colonel Randolph Cabangbang said Duterte was never in close contact with Mayor Sara. And Mayor Sara's office announced on Saturday that she had tested positive for COVID-19. She has been experiencing mild symptoms is currently in isolation. Narvacan Mayor Chavit Singson has withdrawn his candidacy for Ilocos Sur Vice Governor. Singson said the decision to back out from the vice gubernatorial race was for their family's sake. Recall that Chavit and his son Ryan both filed their certificates of candidacy for the local post last week. Ryan's wife, Patch Sabellano Singson, also withdrew her bid for governor, leaving Chavit's brother, Jerry, in the race. We'll have more stories after a quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Trade Department has been conducting mall inspections and price checks for items that may or may not increase in the upcoming months. Let's get the latest from Dale De Vera. He's reporting live from Taguig City. Good afternoon, Dale. What does the DTI have to say about possible increases in the prices of goods?
Charles, the Trade Department said that prices of basic commodities and basic goods and necessities remain the same, but prices of Noche Buena items may see an increase this year. The DTI says that prices remain within the given price range following the recent implementation of the agency's suggested retail price. This includes prices of canned meat, coffee, milk, noodles, and other necessities. Trade Undersecretary Ruth Castelos said the SRP implemented last August is still being followed with only a few prices hovering at the high end. Likewise, the DTI has also inspected prices of Noche Buena items this early. Castelos said they will be in talks with manufacturers, hoping that they could suspend the increase in prices again this year. She explained that last year, manufacturers kept increasing their prices as a humanitarian consideration with the pandemic still ongoing. Although they remain positive to seeing a fruitful talk with the manufacturers, the DTI is hoping that should manufacturers decide to increase their prices, they will keep it at a minimum. Charles, aside from the prices of basic goods, the DTI also inspected salons, gyms, and restaurants to check if they are strictly implementing the COVID-19 protocols. Charles?
Thanks for those updates and stay safe, Dale. That was Dale De Vera reporting live from Taguig City. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines congratulates Rappler CEO Maria Ressa for winning the Nobel Peace Prize. In a statement, CBCP President Archbishop Romulo Valles commended Ressa for her efforts to safeguard freedom of expression. Valles hopes this recognition would strengthen the people's conviction to support free and truthful journalism. Last Friday, Ressa and Dmitry Muratov of Russia were awarded with this year's Nobel Prize for their efforts to safeguard freedom of expression. Meanwhile, Malacanang has also relayed its congratulations to Ressa today. Palace spokesperson Harry Roque acknowledged Ressa's days after she won the first Nobel Peace Prize for the country. Meanwhile, onto the weather, Maring has intensified into a severe tropical storm while moving westward towards the Babuyan Islands. STS Maring was last located 240 kilometers east of Apari in Cagayan, gustiness of up to 115 kilometers per hour. Maring will move westward over the Luzon Strait between this afternoon and tomorrow early morning. The tropical cyclone is seen to exit the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow morning. Areas under signal number 2 include Batanes, Cagayan, Apayao, Kalinga, Mountain Province, as well as Abra, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur. Meanwhile, over 20 areas flashed on your screens are now placed under signal number 1. Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Voter registration reopens across the country until October 30. COMELEC expects up to 350,000 additional registrants for the 2022 polls, and overseas voter registration is likewise extended until October 14. PNP Chief Guillermo Eleazar tells all police personnel to remain apolitical on social media, and he explains that posts in favor of a candidate go against the PNP's non-partisan stance. But Eleazar urges them to register and practice their right to vote in the upcoming elections. And Octa's Guido David says the country is now winning in its fight against the Delta variant. Wide COVID-19 reproduction rate drops to 0.7. David attributes the decline to the effective implementation of the alert level system in NCR. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We're One News.